Anthony Thornton.
Good afternoon.
There you go.
Good afternoon. So my name is Anthony Thornton, and I'm ready to become the next Lieutenant Governor of the great state of New Mexico. So I grew up in a Leave It to Beaver family. Except in my case, Mrs. Cleaver had a little darker tan. So I was a military brat. My father, he was one of the first black men to achieve the Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force. What he proved to me was that we were not oppressed. So I had two sisters. One sister, an older one, passed away in the 90s due to a drug overdose, which is exactly why I want to close the border to stop drug trafficking. Now, I'm married to a beautiful young woman from Texas, y'all. So growing up, I decided to pursue a career in aerospace engineering, ultimately receiving my doctorate degree from Purdue University while working at Sandia National Laboratories. So I followed my dad's footsteps, and I served our country for 7 years as a naval reservist, working to become an engineering duty officer. So listen, I'm not a politician, but I am pro-life, pro-gun, pro-law enforcement, pro-constitution, and a real-life rocket scientist. I've been in New Mexico for over 40 years, and like you, I've become extremely concerned about the future of this state. If you're like me, you believe that we are a nation of laws, and you see what the left is doing in our state, elevating the rights of criminals over those of law-abiding citizens. If you're like me and pro-life, when you see that New Mexico has become the abortion capital of America, you want to get on your knees and pray for our state. If you're like me, and you know the importance of the right to bear arms, you know that the left is trying to disarm us. Listen, like most black families, we voted Democrat when I was growing up. But in our heart of hearts, we were deeply conservative. We always believed in American rights, freedoms, and values. 15 years ago, I had my awakening that the party I was raised in did not share my core values or principles. Now, many New Mexicans who were raised the same way are having that same awakening today. We need to reach out to them if we're going to save the state. We are not going to be the generation that loses New Mexico. We're going to be the generation that saves it, restores it, and passes it on to the next generation with a vibrant economy and an educated workforce. New Mexico needs innovative leadership to turn things around. I'm an aerospace engineer who tested nuclear weapons for a living. We would place them on fire, rocket them into a wall, and set off explosives right next to them, and then we would analyze the results. There were times I got to push the button to blow things up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for MLG to feel the heat, hear the thunder, from the many parts of New Mexico rising up to remove her from office. Let's go on, let's make history, and make New Mexico's first rocket scientist lieutenant governor.